Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another full face tutorial on this dramatic smoky purple eye look right here. I was just in the mood to play around with some color and do something dramatic and smoky with big lashes and a wing, so that's kind of what I put together for you guys today, and if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Picking up my Too Faced Do You primer, I'm going to put this all over my face, and I love this stuff. It smells so good. It is kind of sweet, so if you're not into sweeter scents, I wouldn't really recommend this if that's going to bother you, but it just creates such a beautiful glow on the skin. For foundation, I am picking up my Too Faced Born This Way foundation and mixing it with my Tarte Shape Tape just to get the right shade. I love the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. It's probably my favorite foundation. It just looks so natural and beautiful on the skin, and it really does a nice job at hydrating, but it also doesn't make my skin too oily, and I do have combination skin, so I always recommend this product to friends or clients if they're looking for a good foundation. I would recommend trying this one out, and I did just mix it with the Tarte Shape Tape just because I have to get the right shade because I'm in between shades right now. The struggle is real, honestly, first world problems, but I'm just blending this in. I believe this is my JH03 brush. I love this foundation brush, so I am just patting this in, and I'm also making sure to bring this down my neck so that everything matches and is one color because it is a dead giveaway when your foundation or your face and neck are two different colors. That's not cute. We're gonna leave that in 2019. Okay, ladies and gents, make sure to bring everything down to your neck. Moving on, for concealer, I am picking up my L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible Concealer, and over top of that, I am just mixing in a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. The reason why I'm using two different concealers, again, is for the right shade. I feel like a broken record, but also, I wasn't going for a super bright under eye today. I mostly just wanted a little bit of brightness in that inner corner, and also, I have to say, I genuinely love that L'Oreal Pro Glow Concealer. It is so moisturizing, it blends in so easily, and it lasts a long time too, as long as you set it and use a primer. So I recommend checking that out. That honestly might be my favorite drugstore concealer. Now I'm going to set my under eye using my Airspun powder and my JH07 brush. I'm just going to run my beauty blender under my under eye before setting it to make sure that I'm not setting any creases into that concealer. I have to admit, I really just do not like this Airspun powder. There's nothing really wrong with it, if we're gonna be completely honest. I'm just not a fan of the smell. I find the packaging to be really messy, and I just find that whenever I use this, I'm just not loving it. But I wanted to switch it up for the video because I tend to get in the cycle of using the same products. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using my Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is the shimmery version, and I am loving it. I am just going to use a light hand to apply this to the perimeters of my face, and once again, I'm making sure to slightly bring that down my neck as well. It has been so long since I've dipped into this Becca and Jaclyn Hill face palette. I honestly used to use this all the time in my videos, so if you remember that, you're an OG, and I love you for that. But for blush today, I'm going to be using the shade Amaretto. I love this shade because it's a little bit more of a mauve-y tan shade. It's not a kind of bright in-your-face pink blush, so I've really been loving this for the fall and winter time. I use this all year round. It's one of my go-tos, or it was, and it's going to be again because I brought that palette back out. I'm rambling. For highlighter today, I'm going to be using the Champagne Pop. I used to use this all the time as well. This was huge when it first came out, and it's still a gorgeous highlighter. I just fell out of the habit of using it. I am just going to put that onto my cheekbones, and I am using my JH09 brush to apply that. I'm going to skip through filling in my brows because I have a tutorial for this and I've showed you a bunch of times, so I will link that down below. But going into my James Charles Artistry Palette, this is the collaboration with Morphe. I am picking up the shade Escape. It is a deep matte plum shade, and I am using a flat shader brush to just pack this onto my lid. I want to make sure that I get even pigmentation from that inner corner to the outer corner, and I am bringing this right up to the crease. I do find that this does get kind of patchy when you try to build it up. I really had to kind of just go in and take my time. I did switch my brush and use something that was a little bit fluffier, and that did help. Now I'm taking the shade Single. This is just a little bit lighter and a little bit more violet-y than the Escape shade. I'm just using this to slightly blend out that Escape shade into the crease, and then I'm also blending this up towards that brow bone. What I love about shades like this is you can use them for a wash of color, or you can go and build them up to create more pigment. So I'm focusing on creating a little bit more pigment in that crease area, and then I am blending that up towards that brow bone. I'm also making sure to connect that towards the outer corner, and like I said earlier, these shadows did kind of apply a little bit patchy. I definitely have to try working with them a little bit more to see if I can get a better application, but it doesn't matter because we are going over with a shimmer, so it does kind of cover it up. The loose pigment we're using today is by Tarte Cosmetics. This is gorgeous. It is in the shade Lavender. It is just the most beautiful purple pigment. I find in certain lights it does kind of reflect a little bit of a gold. This is one of those shades that kind of changes depending on what you have around it. It kind of just will reflect a little differently, which I love. I am just packing this on. I didn't even use any kind of mixing medium or glitter glue or Fix Plus or anything. I just packed that onto the lid. As you can see, it is so beautiful, and I'm just making sure to bring that all the way from the inner corner to the outer corner. I'm lightly going in with that shade Single again just to blend that out and add a little bit more color, because I feel like sometimes it can kind of fade a little bit when you blend it a little too much, you know what I mean? Today, I felt like doing a little bit of liner, so I am using the shade Numero Uno by ColourPop Cosmetics. This is one of my first times using this eyeliner, and I have to say I really enjoy it. I used to use felt tip liners all the time, and they really do just make it a lot easier because it is basically just like drawing on your eyelid, when sometimes using a brush you have to be careful you don't move it around too much. That wing was a little funky, so I had to go in and fix it up, but it does kind of come together when you put on lashes. We all have our days, ladies and gents, okay? The struggle is real sometimes with wing liner, especially when you haven't done it in a long time. It takes a girl a hot minute to kind of get back into the swing of things. Let me know down below if you struggle with that too, so I don't feel so alone in that. But I'm just going to do a wing with this. I like to use tape because it creates a nice crisp line and makes the cleanup process a lot easier. One of my favorite shadows for highlighting is the Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow in the shade Pearl. This comes in the Sultry palette, however, I believe you can also buy it in single pans. I am just putting this in my very inner corner and also on my brow bone. I love this shadow so much just because it is super foiled and super pigmented, and I love a bright inner corner, so if you do as well, this is a go-to and I highly recommend it. I am just throwing on a quick coat of my IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes Mascara just to prep my lashes for falsies. I'm going to be using the Tarte Cosmetics lashes in the style Bella. These are a beautiful dramatic lash. They are a new style, so I definitely recommend getting your hands on them before they sell out. You can use the code Brooke20 at checkout to get 20% off of anything on their website. That works for the pigments, the glosses, whatever you would like. For eyeliner today, I just decided to go with the purple theme, and I am using the Polished Amethyst eyeliner by Maybelline. I really had to work at putting this on my waterline. My eyes started watering. It is not my favorite eyeliner, but I do love the color. After that, I'm just blending the shade Escape onto my lower waterline. This is the darker purple shade that we used, and then I'm going to blend that out with the Single shade. So I'm reincorporating the shades we used on the lid back onto the lower waterline, and I did not use any of that pigment down there. However, you can if you want to kind of put a little sparkle in the center of that lower waterline. I am just putting on a quick coat of mascara to my lower lashes. This makes all the difference, especially when you have bigger lashes on the top. I feel like you kind of need to even it out and balance it out by defining those lower lashes as well. For lips today, I'm going to keep it simple. We're doing a nude. I'm going to be using my Morphe Bite Me lip liner. I am going to fill in my lips with this, and then I'm going to pick up my Maybelline Nude Lust lipstick. This is a great nude from the drugstore, and I am just going to put this all over, and then I decided I wanted to do a gloss today, so over top of that, I'm just using my Revlon Ultra HD lip gloss. I believe that's what this is called, in the shade Sandstone. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I just felt like doing something over the top. a little bit dramatic, a little bit smoky. I don't know, and this is what I came up with. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this look. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button on the way out so you can join this squad we've got going here on YouTube, and so you get notified with all of my uploads. I have done 2 dramatic looks in a row now, so if you want to see something more natural next time, just let me know in the comments down below. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.